Wealthy Coin is happy to see you all back. In the past 48 hours, the CEO of Shiba Inu has spilled the beans on what's to come. Modern Shiba Inu headlines. After the U.S. Federal Reserve hiked interest rates by 75 basis points on Thursday, the cryptocurrency market went into the red. Bitcoin had modest declines, while Dogecoin and Shiba Inu, which had been performing exceptionally well, saw losses. As Uniswap and Polygon advanced, Bitcoin remained below its most recent $20,000 support level. Watch this video as the CEO of Shiba Inu spills the beans on what's in store for the next 2 days. Modern Shiba Inu headlines. To view our most recent information on Shiba Inu price forecast and expert analysis, hit the like button, share it, and subscribe to the channel. We will start the video without further ado. The majority of cryptocurrency tokens were trading at a loss on November 3rd, with the exception of a handful of altcoins and stablecoins. Among the losers, Dogecoin took a 7% dip, followed by Shiba Inu at 4%. On the other hand, Polygon saw a 6% increase. The market capitalization of all cryptocurrencies on a worldwide scale fell by over 1% in the last day, trading slightly below $1.01 trillion. But overall trade volume increased by nearly 40% to $102.76 billion. After last week's profitable bullish trade idea, Shiba Inu showed considerable bullish power in the final days of October. Several continuance of trend cues can be seen in the SHIB price. Important benchmarks have been established to evaluate future actions. The price of Shiba Inu shocked the cryptocurrency world in the last week of October, when the infamous meme coin surged 55%. A 20% rise was predicted to test the bearish liquidity levels near $0.00000000 as mentioned in last week's bullish thesis when SHIB was trading at $0.00000010. At the last minute, the bulls printed a monthly high at $0.0000001509, validating the bullish trade hypothesis and more. Since the Shiba Inu price has surpassed the expectations of day traders, bears are hesitant to short the SHIB, and the current auction price is $0.00000000. Since the new high was set in October, SHIB has fallen 21%. An increase in volume accompanied the rally, which broke through oversold levels on the relative strength indicator. At the moment, the SHIB price is bidding slightly higher than the 8-day exponential moving average. Following the bullish cross on October 27th, which triggered the extra 30%, this is the first time we've seen the moving average again. Also, the relative strength index is still in the positive zone, which means the uptrend has room to run. All things considered, the monthly high at $0.0000001509 is a potential obstacle for newly formed shorts in the SHIB price. If prices were to rise 30% from where they are now, the market value would skyrocket. If the bears break through the liquidity zone located beneath the 21-day simple moving average, which is $0.0000001040, the bullish thesis could be invalidated. Additional declines towards $0.00000970 could be triggered by a sweep of the low. Under the invalidation scenario, Shiba Inu prices would fall 17%. A Twitter user going by the handle at @ShibaPlay_ has published information from Etherscan regarding the huge volume of transactions involving the Shiba Inu meme coin in the last day or so. At least 100 billion shares were carried by the biggest of these. With a value of 202,438,224,930 coins, the biggest one stood out. Ultimately, the unnamed holder transferred 847.9 billion K9 coins. Warning whales in the area. The number of SHIBs transferred is 202,438,224,930. As a result of these dealings, 100 billion SHIBs were transferred to the OKX exchange for sale. The $850 billion SHIB that was mentioned earlier is the same as $10,268,000. A few days prior to that, Gokhshtein Media CEO and Bitcoin influencer David Gokhshtein revealed that he will be adding more Shiba Inus to his collection. Nearly 2 million meme coins were in his intended acquisition. Regardless of what the maximalists in the Shiba Inu and Dogecoin communities think of him for endorsing a competing coin, he has reiterated his support for SHIB. From its most recent local high of $0.0000001415 USD, SHIB has fallen 15% in the last several days. With a current range of $0.00000003 USD, the price is relatively stable. Two-layer Shiba Inu builders updates regarding the Shibarian launch have been given by Unification. Unification announced in June 2022 that Shibarium's public beta testing might potentially be the Shibarium debut in the third quarter of 2022 was unfortunately not possible for the Shiba Inu developers. As a result, there was an avalanche of demands for information from the social media community regarding the team's progress on the Shibarium launch. According to Shiba Inu's principal developer Shidoshi Kusama, he is constantly being asked about the release of Shibarium. Kusama promised an imminent unveiling in his statement, but he avoided providing any details. A safe, vision-friendly product is the goal of the Unification Foundation's tireless efforts. A blog post by Unification states that the Foundation is committed to working with the team to achieve the most secure and usable vision and accompanying product possible, even though they hear and consider the question of the release date of the project every day. The official player's guide for Shiba Eternity was issued on November 3, 2022 by Shiba Inu. Separated into 4 parts, the manual contains 1,150 pages. As part of the release, Shidoshi Kusama expressed his regrets for the one-day delay and dropped indications of when Shibarium could be beta released. In the lead-up to the beta release, he mentioned that Shibarium and Shiba Eternity would be promoted together. Shiba Eternity has recently accomplished a lot, and Kusama brought attention to it. The game has fixed a number of issues and has over 250,000 downloads on iOS and Android. A little later in the month, he added, the game's update will be available. An exclusive NFT drop called Shiba Eternity Lore NFT drop on OpenSea will be available in the game. The prices of the artwork vary between 0.001 to 1,000 E. The Unification Foundation has also promised that the external initiative involving its collaboration with the Shibarium Group will continue to be a top priority throughout the year. In addition, the group vowed to exert all of their might in their pursuit of a successful Shibarium launch. Unification brought attention to certain ongoing alpha version work in anticipation of the public beta release. The internal alpha continues to be optimized daily to be ready to fulfill the requirements and the sheer scale of the audience waiting for it. The Shibarium developers stated in an educational post-release, because of this, the core team has been working tirelessly on our advice and is almost ready to offer the product to the public in beta. We are eager to provide support, develop the product, and deliver an update to the public soon, and that when is coming up. A week from now, Americans will vote in the midterm elections. No less than 35 of the 100 Senate seats and 435 of the 435 House seats are up for election this year. Following the midterm elections, the stock market has a habit of performing well. Since there is still a strong correlation between Bitcoin and major stock indices, some speculators anticipate that crypto will also soar after the election on November 8th. The 6 months following a midterm election has seen stronger stock market performance than the 6 months preceding it for 17 of the 19 elections that have taken place since 1946. As per Charles Schwab's findings, the main reason, according to Leiden's chief strategy officer and co-founder Mauricio Di Bartolomeo, is that investors experience a great deal of anxiety in the months preceding election day. Investors' confidence grows and they push the market up, according to Di Bartolomeo. Based on past performance, the outlook for the future is much brighter, according to Timothy Holland, Chief Investment Officer of Orion Advisor Solutions. All we have to do is make it through next Tuesday. There will be an improvement in seasonality soon, and you will pass the midterms. Holland also made the observation that a divided administration in Washington, D.C. is likely, and that the market actually prefers deadlock. The stock market has already deviated greatly from its typical levels this year, with the S&P 500 down 27% year-to-date, much worse than the index's average performance in past midterm election years. However, this year could be different. I wouldn't be shocked if this year the rally fades back,